What up, everybody? Welcome to the very first episode of the Real Talk podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Zach Hendricks.
And I'm Tyler Babb.
And this is going to be a joint project that we're working on. We're really excited to bring it to you. We're going to bring it to you weeklies.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We've both been kind of looking to try to do something together because obviously our lives have gotten busier over the last past year.
Yeah.
And so we've just been trying to do something that we can do together where we can hang out and kind of it's a very very casual thing. Yeah. So I hope that our listeners are like cool with a little, it's a little bit more casual. It's not necessarily so like rigid.
Yeah.
I like this. I've never podcasted before. I guess I should probably put that out there. I've never done a podcast.
Yeah, the closest I've come is streaming, and I'm playing a video game,
right?
And responding to people's like messages. It's not really a podcast.
So, but no, this is just more. Again, I mean, we can talk about a whole bunch of stuff, but the main thing is film. Obviously, from my end, I know you're going to probably bring in a lot of game stuff.
I'll bring a good amount of game knowledge in when it's applicable.
Right.
But I think as of now, our biggest focus is film for both of us. This is meant for the film buffs. This is meant for the nerds. This is meant for the geeks. Mm-hmm. This is meant for those people who notice things in movies.
I think there's a dialogue that doesn't really happen between a lot of people that specifically watch movies, and I think movies are becoming their impact on our society is huge. Like, nerd culture is really is taken off with
it's
Marvel and DC and everything. So if people can come here and
chat with
us and interact and then also just kind of gain new information, because I know I bring a certain amount of knowledge and we bring a certain amount of comic knowledge that people who don't read the comics may not know. Might not know certain things about these characters.
I just organized all of my Rebirth issues today.
Yeah. So I just hope. I hope people kind of come here to gain a little bit more of a knowledge of what they watch, because obviously I think it's just going to enrich their experience, because I come from a film background and you come from a creative background yourself, and you read the comics and you know these characters, and also, I mean, not just comics, but like movies and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's the first topic?
All right,
Zach?
we're going in order, grabbing one out of a hat.
It's up to you, man.
All right.
Whatever you want to pull.
So, I read it wrong. So, okay, we're going to talk about the Han Solo trailer. That's definitely something I want to talk about. Han Solo trailer, all right. Coming Monday.
It's reported that it's coming Monday, so...
I read it as, like, Solo Trailer Monday. I'm like, is that a new category we're doing on Mondays?
Oh,
like,
no.
So, like, we'll talk about one trailer?
No, so yeah, it's supposed to come out on Monday. Man, the Solo film in general, I'm
scared. Especially...
I just don't care. I really don't.
But that's why I'm scared, because
and I don't think the trailer's not going to make you care. I don't care how good the trailer is.
They're currently reshooting the film.
No, the film is done.
They started more reshoots a week and a half ago.
Maybe they did. But the point is you can't. Who's excited? I don't know anybody that's excited for this film.
And I personally think.
Do you know anybody? I don't know anybody.
I don't know anybody
that's like jazzed and can't
that's
wait for
because it's coming out in 4 months, and there haven't been any trailers.
That's a problem. And most people, if they know a Han Solo movie's coming, they don't realize that Alden Ehrenreich is playing Han Solo and not Harrison Ford. Like, I really think the general public, who, if they don't know this movie's coming out, they don't know that Harrison Ford is not going to be in this movie. They see Han Solo, you think Harrison Ford. So when this Alden Ehrenreich guy pops up, they're going to be like, who is this? It's not going to hit with and that's probably why we haven't seen a trailer, is because Disney's like... With the backlash of Last Jedi, they're scared to release anything.
How long ago, before The Force Awakens was released, did we see that trailer? Well over a year.
A year and a month, because I think it came out
a year.
November. It came out like around Thanksgiving, a year before the movie came out.
So like,
see, this is why you come to the podcast, so Tyler can like rip stuff from memory and tell you exact months and dates and stuff.
So this movie, is 4 months out. Right? May is 4 months away. Yeah, it's February, March, April, May.
May, yeah.
Yeah. So it's coming out in 4 months. There hasn't been a trailer. There are rumored reshoots happening. You know, there have been some leaks, some supposed leaks. We're not going to delve into those here, but none of them are promising. The leaks are, you know, studio conflict, the main characters not being able to act. That, like, it's... I've heard Disney's preparing for it to bomb, and honestly, that's the only reason I could think that they would put it in the same month as Infinity War.
It's just... Well, yeah, they're just trying to hide it. Like, okay, well, Infinity War, like, look over here.
They're trying to hide it. I think that's how they want to get their sales. People are gonna... They know that this Infinity War is going to be the biggest movie ever, with more people in the theaters than any movie ever.
Right.
They're hoping that some people are going to double down. Oh, hey, Han Solo's playing too. Want to go see that? You know. Up next, I think we should talk.
You don't talk about that at all?
Not right now. No,
okay.
I'm just saying I don't want to jump to the Ant-Man trailer.
Okay. I'm gonna be real. I don't know how many times you've watched this. I've only watched it like twice.
I watched it a few times,
so I can't like pick everything apart in my head, right? Like from. But I mean, you know, like the key stuff pops out at me.
Yeah.
No pun intended. I wasn't, you know, the Hello Kitty thing. I wasn't like pops out like. I said everything pops out at me. I wasn't. Yeah, that was nice. But the Ant-Man trailer, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I'm excited about this trailer, honestly. I think I might be one of the only people in the world who's, like, excited about that trailer.
I dig it. I dig it.
I know. I had some people asking me about it. They're like, what do you think? They're like, it takes place after Infinity War, right? I'm like, no, it takes place after Civil War.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it just kind of seems like
a... Panther.
Yeah, so it just kind of seems like a throwaway movie. And they're like, it doesn't seem like anything special. It just seems like something that's going to happen and it's going to be gone. And I was like... I get why you feel that way, I guess, but personally, the trailer in this one reminded me of the trailer for the first Ant-Man.
Right.
They don't all need to feel like this grand cinematic universe. Like, I like being able to dive into this universe and focus on just one person, one thing, and forget, you know, this story doesn't need to take place in the universe, but then after you enjoy it, and you watched it, then you step away and you're like, oh wow, this is happening in the middle of all of that, and this is going on, and then it gets like the nuanced stuff, you know.
Exactly. I think also too, a lot of people they don't understand, like maybe they don't understand the timeline. Like this comes out after Infinity War, and again, the average person, you don't know what's going to happen in Infinity War, but a lot of stuff's going to happen. A lot of dark stuff is going to happen. People are going to die. People are going to lose limbs or whatever. Like so Ant-Man is there to kind of like bring the fun back to Marvel, because I really think Infinity War is going to be, there'll be jokes, but I really think it's going to be more of a dramatic film. It's going to be a lot darker, and it's going to take, I hope that Tony Stark gets the crap beat out of him. In the trailer when Thanos just punches him and he just falls.
Well,
the rumor is very interesting. I don't know if you heard the rumor about that.
Not heard
that's
the rumor.
Actually, that's Pepper Potts in the suit, and she dies.
I don't think that.
It was interesting. I don't think it's true, but it was just interesting. I was like, oh wow, like
that is interesting.
But I love that shot when in the trailer.
Oh yeah,
boom, and he just kind of boom, he just falls over. Like,
and also,
I just hope he gets the crap beat out of him.
I think he will. But let's not forget also that there are people who have seen a different trailer for Infinity War, like well over a year. That was not the Comic-Con trailer. There's so much going on in that, you know, people said in the Comic-Con trailer that Thanos is like holding Thor in one hand by the face, and then he throws a moon.
Yeah.
With his other, like, yeah. This movie's going to be crazy. It's going to have these huge implications. So I think it's smart to put Ant-Man afterwards and have it be a grounded. I mean, a guy shrinks to the size of an ant and grows to the size of a building. You call that grounded? Okay, well, you know what I mean.
Right.
Random voice that I just made, but you know, it's more grounded. It's almost street level for having like the craziest set of powers, you know. He's the most average Joe. out of all of the superheroes. And I think that's nice that we're going to have that after Infinity War. Even if Infinity War is not dark, it'll just be nice to have something of that scale.
Yeah, and I just think it's hard. Like, my biggest concern is that Ant-Man can kind of fall into the gag territory. Like, I think it's cool, but how many times are we going to see stuff like shrink and then be big, or like make a tank small and then make like Thomas the Train? Like, that's cool, but then like it just seems like they're playing on that gag a little bit too much, and I don't know if there's enough creativity in terms of the power set there. That, I mean, the new villain, like the Ghost, like I know nothing about her.
Yeah.
Well, it's a guy in the comics, but it's a girl in this
Yeah.
one. I think the costume's awesome.
That costume is
Costume's
fantastic.
awesome. I was like, that's pretty sweet. So, now let's move on. Okay, this is going to be an interesting subject. Let's talk about Venom. So,
Okay.
Venom. So, they wrapped shooting, like, last week.
Mm-hmm.
They wrapped shooting. And they just certified the trailer. This thing's moving at breakneck speed, which worries me. This is supposed to come out in October of this year, if you don't know. Tom Hardy plays Venom. I don't even know.
I don't like that at all.
I feel like this movie is not hitting people's radar. I feel like a lot of people don't really know that this is coming out this year, or they might have heard that a Venom movie's coming out, but I don't think people realize how fast this is going to be.
Yeah, that's because we get trailers more than a year in advance, building up a slow burn. But with this, like you said, the trailer hasn't happened yet. So, and it's coming out in October.
Yeah, I mean they just wrapped. So that gives them...
It's literally the first day of February.
Yeah, like 8 months of post, which... I don't know what the budget on this is, but here's what people's expectations need to, like... They made this thing so fast that this is, like... This is going to almost be like an indie-level Venom film. I feel like they cut the budget
I'm more excited for Spawn than I am for Venom.
Oh, of course. But people need to understand... This ain't gonna be like big budget stuff. Like, this is super almost indie, almost like Deadpool. I think they took that approach. I think they saw Deadpool and they said, "Ooh, that was only made for $60 million. So let's make a Venom film for $60 million."
Yeah,
as opposed
that's a Sony approach.
As opposed to what these other superheroes are, $100 million, 200, 250, whatever. They literally, I think they took the Deadpool approach. But Venom is not Deadpool.
He's not. No, Venom is one of my all-time favorite characters. Spider-Man is my all-time favorite hero. For those of you who don't know, I love Spider-Man. I have posters from every single Spider-Man movie, including Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. So, basically, I love Venom. Bonus...
You love Venom, but you're not excited about the movie. Why?
No, because I have Spider-Man 3 in my top 10 favorite movies, even though I know it's garbage.
Yes.
There's not... People don't understand that you can take your own bias into account, I feel like, because I've said that so many times. People were like, "I thought you said it was one of your favorites." I'm like, it is. For the longest time, it was my favorite. But I thought you said it sucks. It does. Yeah. So it's not your favorite? No, it is. It's just, it's not my favorite anymore. There have been too many good superhero movies since then. Mm-hmm. And John Wick. But, and Dredd. But, yeah, so I love Venom. Venom was the whole reason that Spider-Man 3 was in my favorites, and still is in my favorites, because it's the only live screen adaptation of Venom I've seen. Mm-hmm. Even though live screen... Yeah, that's right. But, even though it wasn't that good, and you have Spider-Man doing an emo dance in the street, like snapping and pointing at random women walking by, which when you take the audio away gets extra weird. It's still one of my favorites, so I'm not excited for this movie because Venom's story lies with Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Venom, the symbiote is almost as old as the universe itself. Symbiote is a sentient being, which is why Venom refers to himself as we. Carnage is full of so much rage and stuff that, and Cletus Cassidy's so crazy that Carnage refers to themselves as I. They don't call themselves we, because it's just one being. But Venom's got this duality to him. You have Eddie Brock and you have Peter Parker. Or, not Peter Parker, I got ahead of myself. You have the symbiote. And the reason Venom even exists is because of Spider-Man. The symbiote attaches to a host, and then it adapts using that host's abilities. So, because the symbiote was on Spider-Man, on Peter Parker, after it got off of Peter Parker, then it kept his spider abilities, which is why it gave them to Eddie Brock when they became Venom.
Which, unless they pull some weird...
They said he's in a cameo in the end credit scene, maybe.
But this is it's impossible.
Exactly.
It's impossible right now. If you're going to use Tom Holland as this is the Spider, it's impossible to be like, but now Eddie Brock has these abilities. It's like,
exactly.
How?
Well, supposedly Tom Holland, this is the new rumors, as someone who's close to the film set on a TV show, but Tom Holland filmed an end credit scene and maybe even more. He can't give us all those details. But
so it just like
exactly.
But it didn't happen in his own movie. Like he didn't interact with it.
And the reason Venom,
unless they're playing with the timeline where it's like, okay, this Venom film happens like after Infinity, like somehow it's linked to the Tom Holland verse, and it's like it's after Infinity War, and then when we watch Infinity War, we see Tom Holland get the symbiote, and it's like, oh, okay, but we just don't see it. But we will. Technically, this is interesting because
will come out after Infinity War.
Right, exactly. So have they written it to the point where like, well, technically the audience will have seen him get the symbiote in Infinity War, and then October comes around and we see Venom. It's a risk,
and it's a dumb risk.
I don't know,
because Venom is an anti-hero. He's not just a villain. He's an anti-hero. He saves tons of people.
Right.
Reason he's a
they'll lean into that for sure.
The reason he's a Spidey villain is because the symbiote, after being with the host forever, the host dies and the symbiote moves on. Peter Parker rejected the symbiote.
Right.
They hate Peter Parker because of that. Eddie Brock hates Peter Parker because of all the stuff that he put him through, making him lose his job, calling him out on this stuff, and just, whatever reason they decided to use in the movie.
Yeah.
But, so that makes them a perfect match for each other. That makes it, I'm fine saving people, but no, like, let's squash the spider. I'm not excited about this movie at all. I wish it wasn't being made. Avi Arad is the man responsible for everything wrong with every single Spider-Man movie. And this is his baby.
Also, side note before we move on, because we gotta move on, but side note, have you ever noticed, this is super random, but I thought about this when we were talking about the him snapping the fingers to the random girls. Sam Raimi casts the most beautiful extras I've ever seen in a movie. Do you ever notice that? No, like the people walking in New York City, all the females and all the males, like they're just the most. I don't know. He picks like the most beautiful people to be in his shots. Watch the original Spider-Man movies again and look at all the extras. They're the most beautiful extras ever. So I don't know. Sam Raimi just has that style. He's just like, nope, only beautiful people can be my extras, because every woman is like beautiful and makeup. It's weird. It's crazy to me.
And but every guy's like a Ken doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the extras in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies are just gorgeous. I think
that's how all movies used to be.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. There's some sort of like storybook feel to his movies, but it's just an interesting thing that I thought about when you said he was snapping his fingers to the people.
But you said you want to talk about Black Panther?
Of course we got to talk about Black Panther.
Yes, we do.
How do we not talk about Black Panther? Dude, this movie.
I'm
excited. I watched the press conference this morning. They premiered it 2 days ago or whatever. The premiere happened. The press conference was cool. Like,
that's smart.
I'm stoked.
Do the press conference on the first day of Black History Month. I like that a lot.
I'm stoked.
I am so stoked. I got my tickets.
It's weird.
Forever ago.
It's weird. I don't have my tickets yet because the girlfriend and she's busy doing stuff and da-da-da-da-da. She's gonna hang out with a friend that weekend, so it's like, I'm like,
do you just need to come with me and then just not post about it?
No, she's gonna kill me.
No, that's why you don't post about it.
I know, but now we said it in a podcast. But
which is the perfect alibi.
I joked about it because I was like, well, what am I gonna do? And she was like, well, I don't know. And I was like, I'm gonna go see Black Panther. And then she's like, no, you're not. You're not gonna go see that without me. Da, da, da. So, anyways, it's just that's the one thing. It's rough having a girlfriend because you gotta like plan stuff. I miss when I could just go see my premieres when they happen. But
I just tell Anna, hey, I bought us premiere tickets for this movie.
Right? Yeah. See, that doesn't really work with my
her schedule
with
and
my
stuff,
schedule and everything. But I think Black Panther is going to be such an interesting experience.
I'm excited.
I'm excited just because I don't know much. I don't know much about like African culture. Like I'm excited to be. I'm super excited to be educated and to see this on screen. I think it's.
There's a lot of people who don't know about African culture.
That's what I'm saying.
I saw a meme.
I'm so
today.
Excited.
It wasn't even a meme. It was a screenshot. Yeah, you know how everyone's always harping on people for not traveling. Right. I saw a screenshot of a Twitter post, and it said, "Don't watch Wakanda in the theaters. Buy a plane ticket and experience it in person," or something like that. I lost it.
That's funny.
I absolutely lost it.
For those of you who don't know, Wakanda is Black Panther's home country, and it's not real. So that's why it's funny.
Oh man, yeah, that cracked me up. But yeah, I'm excited. I think this is I've been excited about Black Panther since Age of Ultron, and I'm one of the few people who liked Age of Ultron as much as I did. Mm-hmm. I think it is criminally underrated. Definitely should have been a little longer, but I think that movie is criminally underrated because people were just expecting the first Avengers, but you can't get a movie about uniting the team who are all arguing and bickering because they don't work together when you already had one. They're a team at this point, you know? Mm-hmm. But either way, I don't need to defend Age of Ultron right now, right here. But you have Andy Serkis's, how do you say his first name?
Ulysses.
It's just Ulysses?
Yeah, Ulysses.
Okay, I thought it was pronounced differently for some reason.
That's how I've heard it pronounced.
But yeah, you have Claw, and when Ultron cut his arm off, you know, right after his speech about what's it called, cuttlefish. You know,
honestly, I've only seen Ultron like twice.
It's so good. I love it so much.
I don't know. Maybe I need
to
revisit
it again.
But
he's like one of my favorite parts of Age of Ultron.
Of course.
And, you know, he's talking about
Andy Serkis.
Yeah, he's potentially the best actor in the world. That's in my opinion.
Definitely of the last 20 years for sure.
But
he's definitely in the top.
Yeah,
no doubt.
But so I'm excited to see him in Ultron, or in Black Panther. But it just got me so hyped. Like ever since Black Panther, I'm like, I can't wait to see what happens. I can't wait. And then Civil War brings him in, and you got the Panther, and he's just so cool, and he's bulletproof. But now we're going back to his home country. He's a king now, you know. We saw him, he was technically a king in Civil War, but he wasn't. You know, he was well, even though he was already a warrior, it was still the boy cast into that role that he wasn't prepared for, so to speak. You know, he was adapting still. Mm-hmm. But now the king has come, the king is home, and he is going to fight for his throne. And who is he going to fight against? Oh, freaking Claw, Andy Serkis, and Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan, who looks like just a savage in this movie.
I'm very interested to see I don't know, man. And then you got
and you have Wakanda is very futuristic. Mm-hmm. They're the only country in the world that has vibranium, which is what Cap's shield is made out of.
Right.
And because of that, all their technology is leaps and bounds ahead of the rest of the world, which is why in the trailer you got flying ships and all that stuff just on the regular there. Mm-hmm. So I am stoked to see Wakanda. It looks beautiful. I play Destiny on the Xbox a lot.
Right.
And Destiny takes place all across the solar system. And it takes place across time a little bit too. And Venus, it was like my favorite place in Destiny. And it's just this lush, like, it's just so exotic looking and so weird and so not of Earth almost, because it's not. It's Venus. That's another planet.
Right.
And when I first saw the concept art for Wakanda, I was like, oh my gosh, that's Venus. That was ripped straight out of. They're filming this movie on another planet. This is.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see Robin Morrison because she is a cinematographer and she's actually nominated for Mudbound. She's the first female cinematographer nominated for an Oscar this year. So she also shot Black Panther and she shot Fruitvale Station and Creed with or did she shoot Creed? I don't know if she shot Creed. Don't quote me on that one. But she's worked with Ryan Coogler like throughout his career, so. And since she's nominated for an Oscar, and I haven't seen Mudbound, it's on Netflix, so I guess I could check it out. But I'm just excited. I think Black Panther looks beautiful. So to know that who shot this, and I don't know, that's how I look. That's what I'm stoked about. As I go in based on the creative team. Mm-hmm. Majority for me. Like, yes, I know these characters, and yes, I know about Claw, and I know about the Vibranium, and I get what's going on in the world, but like, I don't know. I'm super stoked that I think Ryan Coogler is the best person to make this film. But anyways, let's wrap it up here with the last subject. Okay. Because I know I heard about the Mario thing.
Oh,
and Illumination. You're talking about the Illumination thing,
yes,
right?
Yes, I am. That's I am cool. So excited.
I'm excited for Illumination to get away from the Minions.
Yeah. Well, they're the one. They already have a partnership with Nintendo.
That's good. Like
they're doing Detective Pikachu movie coming out.
I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the Grinch thing they're doing, and this Mario thing sounds cool. Like, just get away from the Minions because I hate the Minions.
Most adults do.
They hammer those Minions everywhere.
Most people that
I would love to see something that I care about, like the Grinch or like Mario or like.
Oh,
I'm something so excited. If they make a Nintendo universe, like that's cool.
It's scary, but it's cool. I was already excited for Detective Pikachu because that's clearly not canon to the TV shows, Right. It's Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu talking.
Right.
And I don't know if it's him thinking in his head, you know what I mean? If his mouth's going to move or if it's just going to be like thinking in the background or what. But
the mouth is probably going to move.
That would be awesome.
But
it's not necessarily a straight up Pokemon movie, you know. It takes place like in the normal human world for the most part. It looks like
if this does well, they probably will make a Pokemon movie.
Yep, and that would be crazy.
I'm almost going to guarantee that's what's going to happen after.
I'm excited,
and this will be big.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I'm excited for Detective Pikachu because it can flop technically, but it has no it can have no negative impact basically. It can't if it flops, it's not like, oh well, this was just don't make Pokemon movies because that's not a normal Pokemon thing.
Right.
But if it's successful, it's like, hey, let's make more Pokemon movies. So I'm excited about that. But I got stoked when I saw the announcement that they were going to make the Mario movie. I'm scared. I'm a little scared because Mario is a man of few words. He does talk,
Right.
But he's not like Link where he doesn't say anything besides yeah and grunt and stuff, like right. Link grunts and shouts. Mario says a little bit of stuff, not too much. But I'm assuming they're going to have Charles Martinet voice him. That's the voice of Mario since the beginning. He's also the voice of Luigi, also the voice of Waluigi, also the voice of Wario, and most of the characters in Nintendo. He's such an awesome guy. But so that'll be cool to hear him work with not just a few recorded snippets. Mamma mia! Mm-hmm. It's me, Mario. Wah! Right. Like, I'm excited.
It's obviously going to be. It's obviously going to be like a classic, like Save Princess Peach and Bowser, right? Like that's going to be the story.
Assuming Nintendo hasn't strayed away. You have a lot of people protesting. Mario is stuck in the patriarchy in the Stone Age because the princess gets kidnapped every time. Why can't she save Mario? I'm like, because that's not who she is. That's Princess Peach's thing. Princess Peach gets kidnapped.
Right.
And that's Mario's thing. Mario saves her. Like, it doesn't need to be an issue related to that. But Nintendo has been very, like, boom, Peach is kidnapped again, new game. That's exactly what's happening.
Right.
Mario's trying to save her. So, Odyssey just came out relatively recently. It's only 2 months ago, and it's already, with 9 million copies sold, it is the highest selling Switch game, which is very impressive because Breath of the Wild has been out for about 10 months and has only sold a little over 7 million.
Huh.
But, yeah, I'm so excited about this Mario movie. I can't contain myself.
Did they give a release date?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
They might have given an approximation, but I never really pay attention to those when something's just being announced because stuff moves around so much.
Right.
And there was so much Nintendo news today. I woke up today, I went on Twitter. Oh, there's a new Mario Kart for your phone coming out. Cool. Oh,
right. I heard about that.
They're making a Mario movie with Illumination. Cool. Oh, all the Switch's sales stats for the last year are out, and they're comparing it to the Wii and the Wii U. Cool. Oh, in September of 2018, this year, the Switch's online is finally going to be up and running. Cool. Like, there was so much Nintendo news today if they did say the date, there's no way I'm going to remember. And I'm going to New York for the Nintendo thing tomorrow.
Right.
So, there's so much going on. I couldn't really.
Do you think they're going to talk? Do you think they're going to mention that at all?
They might. So the event's pretty low key. It's a Kirby tournament for the new Kirby game Battle Royale that came out for the 3DS.
Right.
So it's just a 32-person tournament, but it's put on by the Nintendo store, who is owned by Nintendo.
Right.
But they kind of do their own when it comes to like events and stuff. They like do their own thing a bit. Like they run themselves quite a bit and put on like, hey, we got the voice of Zelda here, so she's gonna be here signing autographs this day. Like, they do a lot of their own random events. So this tournament could just be, we released a Kirby game, time to do a tournament to get people hyped about it and in the store, and so we have stuff to put on our Twitter. Nice. But so I'm not sure. I wouldn't think they would mention anything about it. They might. I don't know. It's going to be my first time at the Nintendo store this weekend. Okay. So I don't know if they do tours, because it's a museum too. It's not just a store. Like, right. It's 10,000 square feet. It's right at the corner of the Rockefeller Center. So I don't know if they do tours, but if they do tours, maybe they'll mention something. I have no clue what to expect besides the fact that it's going to be awesome. Cool. This weekend.
Well, I hope it's awesome, dude. I'm excited.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to get off track from the Mario movie.
Oh no, that's cool. There's not that much.
There's
we don't
not
know
that
much about it yet, so
a lot of.
But I think that's the first episode, man.
Yeah. Do you wanna end the episodes, not just this one, but other ones, talking about other stuff that's coming up for us, other stuff that we're doing or whatever?
Yeah, we can
plug in our other stuff a little bit.
Some sort of other things.
Again, yes. You guys get to be part of the process, hearing us patch everything together and find our footing.
If you're still with us, cool, thank you.
Yeah, you're the dopest if you're still with us.
Sorry about the squeaky chair, guys.
And we just hit an hour or two, so that's solid.
That's good.
That's not like crazy long.
No. But so okay, so Zach's going to New York.
Yeah.
I'm kind of all over the map right now. I'm finishing up a short film.
Nice.
That I'm in post-production. It's not. I didn't direct it. It's directed by Micah Erickson. So I'm editing that. I'm in the final sound design for that. Hopefully we'll wrap that up here soon in the next couple weeks. I'm also in the development stages of a couple music videos.
Nice.
And I'm writing a feature film-esque. It's like I don't know if it's going to be a short or if it's going to be a feature yet, but I'm writing a project Want to try to slate that to get that into the Beloit Film Festival next November. So that's kind of where I'm at in terms of projects and what I'm really focusing on. And I think that's about it.
Got you. And
For
then,
me.
to plug myself a little bit, you heard me talking about if you're still here at least, you heard that, but you heard me talking about my trip to New York tomorrow. So Nintendo's doing a little Kirby tournament. I figured it's a good excuse to go there. I've always wanted to go to the Nintendo store. But I'm trying to do once a month, go to a convention or a tournament or a convention, a tournament, that type of thing. So I know I cut a lot of comics out of my budget in order to do this, but I was buying a lot more comics than I should. I own every single issue of Rebirth so far. But so just to give you an idea. But so this month or tomorrow, I'm counting this as the January event though. But even though it's tomorrow, which is February, but I'm going to New York to the Nintendo store to compete in their Kirby tournament, but also I'm looking at it as a networking event because I am one of the winners of the biggest competition Nintendo has ever hosted, the Wii Games Summer 2010, and I'll talk more about that randomly on here, but it's kind of forgotten for one reason or another, even though no Nintendo competition has ever had over 100,000 competitors. Mine had over 200,000 teams, not just competitors, teams. That's at least 400, 500,000 people. But so it's really strange that it just kind of fell off the radar. Like we were in USA Today and the Nintendo magazine, so it's legit. Like I'm not just like saying random stuff. But I'm not going to go too in depth on it because another upcoming thing is me and Tyler are working on a documentary for that.
Yes.
And
I'm just going to let you mention that, yeah.
It's super exciting. I'm really excited about it.
Which we could also put in the Beloit Film Festival, possibly.
We could. That would
next
be dope.
November, yeah.
And we're going to do a GoFundMe with a little bit of like a mini trailer for it to try and get the funds to actually travel around and record like on location in Redondo Beach where it was. Like that would just travel to other winners or even participants who didn't necessarily even win anything, because I want to do one thing a month to network, because I'm trying to stream on Twitch regularly. And I'm launching my YouTube channel. It's officially launched. I did episode 0 of my vlog the other day.
Right.
But my YouTube channel,
I don't think I caught that.
It's all good. It's stuff that I tell you. So like,
all right.
Yeah. But
I just still like to watch the vlog.
It's
give you views.
I appreciate that. You can do that. But my YouTube channel is going to be strictly Nintendo and voice acting work. Because it's going to be like, it's not going to be inappropriate or anything. I'm not going to be cussing. I'm trying to be family friendly. My goal is to hit brand ambassador with Nintendo.
Nice.
And get free products early to be able to post videos and just get to play stuff before other people play stuff. Like, that's so cool. But so my YouTube will be strictly Nintendo and is strictly Nintendo plus voice acting work, where my Twitch will be everything, all of my streaming. I'm going to stream while I'm at work. I'm going to be streaming my 3D design that I do at work. I'm going to be streaming when I work out doing Insanity. I'm going to be streaming when I'm teaching myself Photoshop and Illustrator. I'm going to be streaming when I game. But if I'm playing a game like Destiny, that's not a Nintendo game, that stays on Twitch. If I'm playing a game like Zelda or Mario Odyssey, that then gets uploaded to YouTube as well.
Nice.
And I will be doing one Nintendo vlog, at least one Nintendo vlog, once a week. But that's currently where I am right now, and that's all the stuff I have upcoming. The tournament this weekend. In April, I'm on the panel of Nintendo champions for the Midwest Gaming Classic. And then in October, I'm going to TwitchCon. In June, I'm going to E3.
Cool.
But other than that, I don't have the rest of the months mapped out. So you'll be finding out what's going on around the time that I figure it out, because I'll be talking to you guys every Thursday.
All right, guys.
Yeah, we should get to
this
it.
We're at like an hour 10, so thanks for tuning in to the first episode. If you like what we've got going on here, go ahead describe. Wow. Blah, 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 describe to my channel. But no, yeah, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. And obviously
comment below also.
Comment, yes.
We love to hear commentary. We love to hear
give comments.
Speed it up. Get more in depth about this. Don't
yes.
get distracted on that, but expand on this. I liked that a lot.
Exactly.
Like,
Help us out.
Yep. Also, my this is on Tyler's channel.
Yes.
And this is on my Twitch. But my YouTube will be linked in the description if you're watching this on YouTube, because this is uploaded to Tyler's channel, not mine. But if you want to follow me as well, I'm the Young Calves, and that is going to be linked in the description below.
Yes, and I will have to create. I'm going to probably create a new Twitter, which I will keep updated and be on top of it this time because I'm bad with Twitter. But I will create one, and it'll be linked at the bottom, and I'll be able to mention it in the next episode.
Sweet. So I'll keep you on that.
Yes. All right, guys. Thanks so much, and we will see you next time.
All right, guys. Signing off. Stay awesome.